Good afternoon. 12 months ago, Welsh Rugby's premier race was over. Neath had all but won the league title. Now that one-horse race has turned into a fluctuating battle between East and West. Swansea went top in midweek. What Pontypool had to do yesterday was to show who was boss in Gwent. Then they would have gone top. We've Heineken for the most part of our programme today, a dramatic cup match from England, and something a bit different. Don't miss what the Welshman who plays for England has to say. So sit back for the next hour. Enjoy the action first.
Gareth Simmons, the man with the task of refereeing this game between two clubs whose relationships haven't always been harmonious. But Pontypool, the start, and already then an excellent pick-up and drive. Jardine's the scrum half. Spiller is 7, the flanker. The refereeing from Simmons, just keeping an eye on the Newbridge three-quarters, that they're not infringing, and good early Pontypool driving. Frank Jackass returning to a former club and filling in the back row instead of captain Chris Hewish.
An interesting first line at Newbridge board. Goody's gone down the front.
Cleanly done, but good anticipation from Hayward, but back they'll go. An early test of Newbridge's scrummaging. And the pressure being exerted, typically so, by Pontypool. Somehow rescued by Newbridge. And good defensive pressure work. And Hayward, just the encouraging word to his forwards. Pontypool, the first to use a line-out variation. Neil Jones and Richard Goody, still denied by Newbridge. And John Rowlands using a narrow channel, still Feely. It's not the best of passes to Hayward. Well, that's positive work from the outside half, has got in front of his forwards. Although Spiller so quick to pick up and drive. This should be a good platform for Pontypool. Well, Mark Spiller started the movement, was still at it at the end. Couldn't quite release the ball though. Stuart Jardine, so much time, lots of interplay here. That's good off the ball running from David Phillips, but again it goes loose, and the chance for the hack ahead from Newbridge. Still it's tied in. And yet again an untidy pilot.
The one thing I've been impressed with Pontypool this season with their back plays, the running off the ball, and David Phillips did the loop there, and his running angles were perfect. Obviously a disappointing sight for the Pontypool team and its fans as Stuart Jardine makes an exit, soon to be replaced by substitute scrum half Kerry Jonathan. Doesn't weaken in any way the Pontypool team, as an excellent relieving kick just takes us into Pontypool territory. Again Jones and Meek. Was that a foot in there from Nigel Meek? Touchage was right in front of him. Martin Jones with this kick from 42 metres. Really is a remarkably consistent place kicker, and it would mean his side taking a 3-point lead should he succeed here. So, the sweetest hit of kicks, but just holds its line long enough to ensure that the home team here takes the lead. 3 points to Jones and 3 to Pontypool. Neil Jones would be favoured at the front here, although denied by Newbridge. Feely showing good hands. Hayward intercepted by Richard Goody though.
It's unlikely that Byron Hayward will have an easier chance to bring the scores level. Some 24 metres. And easily done by the outside half. And at last, the visitors to Pontypool Park draw level at 3 points apiece. Taylor sets up the movement, the chance for Rees to add some pace. The good support running off Feely. Can he set up his winger? Manley can get in. What a try! We waited so long, but that really is an excellent try. Initiated by Taylor, the support running of Rees and Feely, and Manley at last gets us a try.
At last a bit of class from Newbridge, and it's all about taking good on. And David Rees comes in, half a gap, good pace, but also good defensive play by the outside half Phillips. But it's Feely who was backed up well, times his run, drew the man, gave the right wing, David Manley just half a yard. He's got the pace, he's good, make it for the post, and that's an excellent try for Newbridge.
Pontypool restart really needs to come close to the forwards, but Gibbs offered a free run, and Waters. What excellent running and support passing as well, and the chase is yet again on. Kerry Jonathan and Alan Glasson. Glasson still there. Can Newbridge add a further try? Straight from the kick-off. Yes, they can. Well, suddenly the wheels have come off for Pontypool, and Glasson absolutely delighted. And it really started from the poor kick-off.
And this is a poor kick-off, sir. That's an abysmal kick-off by Arwell Parry, and it gives Waters lots of room to knock people down in midfield. Bang, he knocks him down. He looks for the pass. Good play by the hooker, goes loose, but give credit to Glasson. Shows good pace. Jonathan goes down on the ball. He's looking to kill it. I thought he might have hacked it a touch. Goes loose, and there's Glasson. He's followed up 50 metres. He's got to control it now. Don't panic. He's very tight. His legs are beginning to go, but he's got to keep control. Dives over for a marvellous opportunist try.
From this position, Hayward's conversion is almost a certainty. And 2 points added to Glasson's try. And suddenly, there's a 10-point gap between the two sides. Time added on for injury is being played at the end of this, the first half. And Newbridge take opposition ball. And Waters not quite, well, still is able to make advances. And indeed claim a penalty as Pontypool again try and kill the ball.
Pontypool throw into the line out, tap back on Newbridge side, and Kenny Waters outstanding first half. He tidies up there, going round, but I think there's obstruction off the ball, a punch thrown by the Pontypool forward who was very annoyed of being taken out of the game. Good play by Waters, up on his feet, driving on. It should have been Newbridge ball, but I think the referee has reversed that and given Pontypool a penalty for obstruction.
A successful Martin Jones kick here would be some late reward for Pontypool at the end of a half where they've dominated the game territorially, but find themselves 10 points adrift. But that now reduced by Jones to 7, and that's the half-time whistle as well. And that will be greeted by his teammates with some relief as Pontypool trail at the interval by 7 points. And for those who find rugby a drag, there are distractions, and of course Albertville is not all that far away. Feely again wants to exploit the narrow side. Very difficult to stop, so small, can get underneath tackles. Sutton sets it back for Roberts then to drive on, just slightly isolated with his forwards in front of him. Still manfully drives on, excellent work, really is trustful running. Now the platform laid, Waters can run at Phillips, hooker against outside half, then it's a lock forward at the centre. Hands need to be quick here, although Crandon can't control it, and Pontypool are offered a chance here to drive upfield. A quick release essential as off the ball. Some wrestling goes on, and Gareth Simmons will intervene.
Well, they've got a spring in their step, Newbridge, now they're in the lead, making the ball, and David Roberts, number 7, he's looking, he's held, but he's so strong, so powerful, good upper body strength. Look at him driving through there. Good support by Rowlands within there in a slightly offside position. The ball comes back now. I think it should have been moved out to Kenny Waters. Now he takes the outside half out of the game. Surely now, there's Jonathan and a centre out, good hands, and the ball, there have had overlaps, but it's very, very slack.
Meek. Goody this time, rescues Pontypool and offers Phillips the chance to set in the high ball. Griffiths, the slap down to Feely. Feely would thank his flanker for that, as Pontypool at last build up momentum, and the chance for Phillips and Parry to exploit spaces right side. Again Parry, but too late, needed to release the ball that fraction quicker. It was the final rollover that meant that Parry hadn't released the ball quickly enough, and the penalty to Newbridge. That he would kick, finding touch, lively running from Jonathan, the support of his forwards. Goody sets up the drive. They'll probe either side before releasing the ball. Jackas and Meek have it well protected. They want to get Newbridge hands off the ball. The chance for Lee Jones to tack out wide. That space for Parry. Now he needs Martin Jones coming a little closer. The chance is still on for Jones. Will he get in? No, he won't. Just denied by a fraction. Obviously annoyed, but definitely the foot just touched that left-hand touchline.
Full credit to Pontypool. They don't just throw it anywhere. It's well worked. On the burst comes out of Will Parry. The gap opens and he shows good speed. The fullback's coming in at pace. He's looking now. He's got good vision about him. He's looking for people to come inside and outside of him. He's coming up to the 22. Now he's looking for his winger. Lobs the ball over. It's a well-timed pass because there was Newbridge men there, and Jones juggled it about. Now he's going to tear for the corner, but notice the ball's in the wrong hand. The defence can get and knock that out of his grasp. Going for the corner. Shows great determination, but into touch on the corner flag.
Jonathan, and again has Goody. That's better if they can now. Lee Jones can get his forwards going, but again they're denied by Newbridge. It's all on the retreat. Spiller isolated for a second, still somehow they retrieve it, and Parry, well, that could bounce kindly for Feely. The support is there, but Gibbs not quite able to scoop the ball. Robert Lewis, it's all ongoing, says the referee. Nothing wrong with that. As again, Phillips just can't quite escape the clutches of a Newbridge defender. Still the momentum maintained. There are bodies on the wrong side. So free for all, says Simmons. Again the chance to attack. No one coming close enough though. An isolated Lee Jones. Now there's a chance. As Sean White gets away from a tackler. Gets away from his support as well, rather late in arriving, are the Pontypool players, and John Rowlands, a prop forward, somehow gets there to get in a foot and the ball away over the touchline.
Full credit to Pontypool, throwing everything into attack now. They're on the defensive, but Sean White come off the right wing, good speed. Now he should have looked inside maybe here, but good strength, isolated, nobody really at his shoulder, and good tackling by the Newbridge defence. And I think Feely might go on a dummy run. Will they go for the second shove?
Difficult for the Pontypool back row to know whether to stay down, and there's a huge gap for Feely, and really there was no way he couldn't score from there, because the scrum had turned, isolated the Pontypool back row, and Feely gets Newbridge's second try.
What do you do when you're a back row forward? You get up and watch your man, or do you stop the pushover try? Give credit to Feely. He didn't take two chances to go for it. Drove through Martin Jones. He's got no chance of stopping him, and the scrum half gets a well-deserved try.
Collins does well to deny Pontypool the chance for Crandon. Way ahead of his forwards. Brilliant running from the centre. Is there someone queuing up? There is. The chance is on, and Gibbs will get the try. Superbly done. What a drive for Newbridge, and in particular Andrew Gibbs. His support running absolutely perfect, and that must be the clincher.
why don't people use their adventure, use their skill? Look at the angle he comes on, inside defenders, but what he does well, Cranon, he's straightened back out. Beautiful run in by the centre, looking to go inside, but he waits for the support come. Andrew Gibbs, young flanker, has been outstanding this afternoon. He's striding away for a magnificent try.
Pontypool just have to keep the ball to hand and attack, but it's not confident enough, and it offers easy pickings for the Newbridge midfield. White under all sorts of pressure there. Well recovered though as Parry stands his ground. Can he release the ball? Rather isolated. Still it's there for Pontypool to attack. Now the timing has to be right as Bob Lewis, what a tackle by the hooker. Superb tackle by Kenny Waters. A hooker on a centre, out in general play. Still Pontypool retain possession. It's Lewis yet again, right to the floor as Waters receives some unpleasant footwork. Still Martin Jones at last puts up and under, and finally it's offside against Newbridge.
Some great running by both sides there, and it was Bob Lewis tearing down the touchline of Pontypool, but it's typified Newbridge's performance that Kenny Waters came across and brought him down with a great tackle.
But Emmy Taylor somehow allowed to get in there, and that's so untypically Pontypool. The hack ahead anywhere will do at this point in time, and the chase from David Roberts. Again, Arwel Parry wants to counter-attack. He could be isolated there, saved by Mark Spiller. Excellent retrieving work by the flanker. Still, Pontypool could still be in trouble if Newbridge could spread the ball from here. But the ball very slow in emerging. It's on its way though. Running off is Kenny Waters. No one really close enough for him to release the ball. Leaves it back though as Gibbs feeds his scrum half. David Rees enters the fray. There are men over here. Just as a matter of timing, Manley will go in unopposed, and that will bring great joy to Newbridge. When last was it they were able to come to Pontypool Park and give the home team such a drubbing as this? Already up to 25 points, Newbridge.
And Kenny Waters yet again in the van had an outstanding game. He's taken 3 defenders out there. Ball's down. Now I thought, please don't kick it, Feely. You've got men over, and wisely they use the ball. It's just all about just drawing your man, put him into space, and Manley, simple task, sprinting round, simply because they use the ball well.